I remember years ago now, can't remember exactly how long ago, everything just got on top. I had just like a breakdown, mental, emotional breakdown. I was all over the place. I was paranoid, anxious, depressed, drinking, smoking, just completely broken, lost, confused, all of it at once, you know? All just got on top on this one day. And I was sitting there looking out the window. I remember asking this question, I was saying, what's happened to me? That's what I was thinking, what's happened to me? I could tell that something had happened, but I didn't know what. I couldn't work it out. My head was in bits, I was all over the place. Thoughts were racing like a mile a second, you know? So I couldn't think straight at all. So I couldn't work anything out, but I could sense that something had happened to me. I remember, I haven't always been like this. I haven't always been depressed, and anxious, fearful of the future, and angry and sad about the past, all in my head, and my emotions were reacting to my thoughts and vicious cycle. I never used to be like this. I haven't always been like this. I knew that. So what has happened to me? That was the question. And it's a good question, because when you hold that question and then you look into that quietly, if you look into that, what has happened, you realize something has happened. Something has changed. Something has crept in slowly over the years, and now I'm calling this me. This is how I am. But as I looked quietly with it, I could see that it is something that had been picked up over the years. And it felt like for the first time I could sense that this can probably be dropped. This can be overcome or let go of. I could sense for the first time, because before this, I thought like it was just hopeless. I didn't see a way out. I was completely in it. It was me, It didn't seem like it could be fixed. I thought I was just crazy. I thought I was mentally ill. And there was no fixing that. As far as I was concerned, that's how it felt. So when I asked this question, what's happened to me? I had this sense again of who I used to be, or before all of this madness. And I could realize, and I could see that there was a way out. There was a way to undo this. Whatever's happened can unhappen, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know how. I didn't have any idea. But at the time, I remember feeling like I have to make a choice. And I didn't really know consciously what was happening, but some movement was happening like that. So I got a pen and paper, big piece of paper and a pen, and I wrote it down. I choose freedom. Yeah, I choose at the top, and then I wrote freedom, peace, love, truth, and loads of other words. It just felt right at the time, right? And I didn't know at the time that was going to be the beginning of my spiritual awakening, or my spiritual journey. And that's what it took. It took that a breakdown for it to get completely on top, where there was no other way. It was either, because I was close to suicide, to be honest. I was thinking, I can't go on like this, so something has to be done. And when it all got on top, that's when I made that choice. And it's a constant choice. You're always choosing that. You're always choosing love. You're always choosing freedom. You're always choosing peace, because there's always an opportunity to go back into that state, or to go back into that realm, or into that silliness, or that madness inside, So we're constantly choosing freedom, choosing love, choosing now, choosing ourselves. But a significant recognition was that everything that I was suffering was in my mind, and I had picked it up over time and built it up into a character or personality in my head. And now I was living in this very restricted and limited space, which was conceptual mostly, completely conceptual, you see. And I was believing in every thought that was coming and every emotion, and it became a sense of self, who I took myself to be, which wasn't true. in essence, it's not true, you see. So over the years, shedding that skin, so to speak, shifting that shadow, I call the shadow self, has been a beautiful experience, a beautiful journey. Feeling free and light and open and spacious, like a child, like when we were young, you know, that feeling. And I guess it only gets better from here. But I just felt to share that with you, the beginning, how it all started. Big love. Peace.